everybody. We had just a really energetic 10 minutes there, networking and everything. Hope you went out and grabbed yourself a cup of coffee and are sitting down fixing to join us for our next segment. Now be sure, everyone, that you talk to us on Twitter at BOCoffee. Use the hashtag BOCI or hashtag networking, or check in with us on Facebook at Business Over Coffee. Also, everybody, again, if you haven't already done it, send a shout out to Ridgeway Business Center for their use of this room and everything. So we kind of just covered, really quickly, we covered Facebook, LinkedIn, and Google. And in this next segment, I want to talk about Pinterest, Twitter, and the BOCI platform. I am going to be kind of rushing through Pinterest and Twitter because I really want to spend about 45 minutes on the BOCI platform. So in Pinterest, again, the same as before, bring all your content over from your other platforms, get your personal side, your business profiles concurrent with everything else. And I do want to talk about a little bit about Pinterest. I did decide not to do the business profile. I decided to stick with the, hang on just a second, I want to open my Pinterest too. I did decide to stick with just the personal, and so when I decided that, I created several boards that were specifically for business. And you can, when you go in and you create a board, you can describe what that board is. So in that description, I ID'd that board as my business board, that I would be having business information there. That way they don't get shocked at, oh, why is all this stuff popping up? This is why, because where are my boards at now? Every time I come in, it's different.
So Gina, on your picture, do you have 2 or 3 pictures? Because we can hardly tell it's you on this picture.
Now this is a more personal picture. Me and my husband were out at a yogurt place eating yogurt last spring.
So that's why.
Again, this is more of a personal website for me. I mean, I am doing business stuff on this. Like I post my blogs on here, that for example. But I wanted the overall feel of it to be more personal. And as you look down through it, you can see that I'm really into fashion. I have so many boards on fashion. I'm a bit of a geek. I love technology, so I have several boards on that. But I also love marketing, and I did include some of those there. So my business is send out cards. I also do follow-up, help people with follow-up, which I don't really go into that a lot here because that's not a visual, that aspect of it's not visual. The send out card aspect of it is very visual. So that's why Pinterest is one of my preferred social media platforms, because what I do is very visual. So we have a photo store in our thing. So I have a do-it-yourself photo items, and so really I've got some ideals I pulled from Send Out Cards here. See, again, in the description I talk about you know, what my business is a little bit and how to actually do it. But I post not only stuff from Send Out Cards, like that phone case down there from Send Out Cards, but these were ideals that I found somebody else had posted. So not only my stuff is going on this board, other people's ideals are going on this board. Now this one here, again, this is a physical card. I think most everybody here knows Send Out Cards is a physical card that comes through the mail. And so you can put a photo in it, or you can put a photo on the outside. You can completely customize it. But one of the biggest things is people love to do photos of their family. So this is my board where I love to find really cool photos and put ideals for putting on cards. That's got to be one of my favorites. Dear Santa, we can explain. Everybody's up against the wall. And so I just put any kind of ideal that I think would make a really cool card front or inside of the card, I add it here. And again at the top, not quite as lengthy, but I do explain a little bit. So if you're starting your Pinterest, you haven't got a Pinterest, if you think this is something you want to do, my recommendation is make it very reflective of who you are, what your interests are. I mean, if you're into comic books, if you're into particular type of movies, if you're into a particular type of books, you can express yourself with anything that you want to in here. So right now, I'm trying to build a Thanksgiving one. So go ahead.
Good question. Like LinkedIn is for business. Why would you do Pinterest?
Okay, for me, for what I do, my target market mainly is women. And if your target market is women, you need to be on Pinterest. Does that make sense? Because I mean, like 95% of the people on here are women.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
The very current photos of what you do.
Right, very current photos of what you do. Well, I mean, For her, she's jewelry, she wants to make sure, but she also wants to be posting other people's ideals. She wants to be posting her other passions. And, you know, this is just like anything else. You're building a relationship. You're giving them a feel of the type of person you are. So concentrate on doing Pinterest. Concentrate on about 5 boards. Make them 2 of them business. If you think Pinterest is one way that you want to go, and then make the rest of them more personal. You know, things that you love to do. And I actually have just about every interest that I have on this board. I think there's
So
maybe
a board
one.
A board would be like you could have maybe one for business and one for maybe a hobby or for family or something like that.
Well, okay, let me give you for example here. I did style Art Deco Nouveau. So I posted different pictures of Art Deco and Nouveau here. Let's see, let's get one that's a little more techy maybe. Let's see. So I'm actually, this is a little more business oriented, and it's just kind of one of those things. I don't work on it a whole lot, but when I know there are events in Memphis, especially around business property, it seems like I'm posting whatever they're posting about them here. You know, I just was trying to look for ideals of doing, you know, more business. Go ahead.
So are you saying that you set your own board of something, now can other people post onto that board also?
You can share, you can say, hey, I want you to post on this with me, so you would invite that person to be a person to post with you. Yeah, thank you for that, because I know we're on a couple boards posting together. I've actually got a couple people doing that, and this is a marketing one that I did. I didn't really put a description of this board here. I could edit it and put a description of the board. I didn't do that though. So any other questions? I was trying to find a more techie one, but and I have a lot of boards, guys. I like to be specific, and I don't name my boards always the obvious thing.
Why is that?
Well, because I don't want to be boring.
Well, I know.
Well, I mean, you know, it gives it more interest. It's like, here's the tech one. I was looking for it. Tech, yes, I'm a bit of a geek. And I mean, to me, it's cuter to say something like that.
Right.
That's more interesting.
Text,
But I mean, I did put in what it was about too. I do try to do that. Now see, here's one I did a little bit more plain, and I actually started this one before my brother passed away, because we were looking for some technologies for him, and disability technology. Okay. I want to get on to business over coffee unless anybody has any more questions. So again, make sure your profile is built out. If you're going to do a business one, make sure it's built out. Oh yeah, I'm going to do Twitter real quick. So previously she had given us homework to do an infographic, and let me find one really quick. Probably one on here. this one? So basically, it's just like a thing that tells, it just gives information in a very visual form. That's what an infographic is.
I'd actually found one I was gonna save to be able to share, cause it was
Yeah.
so phenomenal.
But,
now
as in doing this homework, we found that it was a little more complicated for a beginner. So what the new homework when it comes to, she wanted you to post some things on there, she wanted you to post one. What I would like you to do is go out to, InstaQuote is on your mobile phone. InstaQuote. Just leave this up there. INSTA quote. That's on your phone, so you could just find something on InstaQuote and pin it over. Or you can go to PinWords and create your own. PinWords. P-I-N words. And these are all one word. And I know the PinWords is as accessible from your browser, because I just looked at it. Okay. Okay, real quick on Twitter. So Twitter is, all over the freaking place. Everybody does Twitter. I mean, it's to the point you're seeing Twitter when you're watching TV. They're telling you to hashtag Bella and whatever his face is, Edward. Hashtag Bella and Edward. So if you're watching TV programs, they're telling you to Twitter something. And so that's what a hashtag is. It's basically a way to follow a conversation. So if you're watching a TV program and they have a hashtag, that's basically what they're wanting to do, is they're wanting to follow the conversation people are talking about that particular segment of that program. Now,
So on the InstaQuote and PinWords, you were talking about doing it on your mobile phone. What about on your laptop?
no, you can do PinWords on there. InstaQuote's on the mobile phone, and I know PinWord was on the browser, because I opened the browser window.
Yeah, I got it up.
And so just find your favorite quote, find a picture, and pin it. Is basically what we want you to do. Okay. And so Twitter, again, like everything, bring your profile over, bring your pictures over, find people to follow, and do your status update. Now, when it comes to doing the status updates, we're talking about the photos before. You can do some, you can add pictures here, but they don't really quite show up like they do on Facebook or Pinterest. And let's see if I've got one of mine where I posted a picture. Yeah, here. Actually, it didn't turn out too bad. But this one showed up, but the previous one that I blogged, or the one I just blogged, the picture didn't show up for it. And then you want to find people to follow. You find people to follow over here on this side. Or you just, at the top, you can type somebody's name. Are you on Twitter?
I have it, but I haven't.
Really got it. It took me a long time to get where I was in the groove of doing it. So it takes a while to get into the mode of doing it. And I'll have to admit, Business Over Coffee has helped me a whole lot with that. I mean, hands down, my social media knowledge and experience and actually doing it has probably increased 150% because of Business Over Coffee. Okay, any particular questions? So let me show you here. I did this one here, how to run a successful social media sweepstakes. And do you see where it says VI Pinterest? I didn't show that to you, but when you pin a pin on Pinterest, you have a little place down in the box that pops up that you can tell it, well, I want to put this on Facebook, or I want to put this on Twitter, or you can do both. So you can cross-platform posts from Pinterest, which is a really great little tool. Now, I found out recently that it is not always a good idea to post the same thing to Twitter that you're posting to Facebook, because you got people on both platforms, and if they're looking at both platforms, they're going to get bored with you posting the same thing on two platforms. So this time post to Twitter, next time post to Facebook. So I've been trying to modify that in my posting. Any questions about Twitter before we move on?
Yeah, so I Twittered, okay, I did @DealCoffee, I said something, and I did, hashtag VOCI.
Okay, well, let me explain those really quick one time. The @ is basically how you identify a person or a business. So, I'm at GINDAVIS. My business is at Custom Growth GRP. So I actually have 2 Twitter handles. And basically your handle is how they identify you or your business. Does that make sense? The hashtags are the way you follow a conversation. So if it's again, like I talked about on TV, if there's a hashtag, they want to see what the conversation is about this particular thing. Or here at BOC, we use the hashtag BOCI to follow the conversation on what's going on BOCI. Okay. Now sometimes when I post, I'll post across, well actually what I started doing since I have both, if I'm posting to my GINDAV personal, I'll put in my post to post over to this one also, or vice versa. And sometimes I'll also include @DOCoffee, because if you're posting something that's your content, your stuff, you can actually end in a world newsletter because you're tweeting to @DOCoffee. So keep that in mind. So if you've got some personal content that you think you would like to get out, be sure in your you're using social media platform to talk about it. Be sure to include the @DOCoffee if you're doing anything on Twitter. Okay, we're going to move on to business over coffee. Last call for questions on Twitter.
When are you starting this class again?
Okay, there's going to be an advanced one that starts in January, and I'm going to talk to her about seeing whether we can do something to do like refresher. Well, I was thinking something like that, maybe a refresher or something like that. We'll have to see. I have actually gotten together with a couple of the women, and we like meet on a Friday, and we kind of just work on it all together. So, and that's just kind of open, call if you can come if you want to. We tried a couple times on Google Hangout, and that didn't really work for us. So if we found getting together was made it easier to do this. So yeah, when you have somebody to sit down with, it helps. It does. Okay, so business over coffee. Who knows that this is actually a social media platform? Do y'all realize this is actually a social media platform? And I guess that comes to what you define a social media platform as. If you got a bunch of people that are all ganging together in one spot and they're sharing information, they're sharing updates, you maintain a profile on it, then that's a social media platform.
So even if it's in person, in fact, it's really better face-to-face, isn't it?
Well, I mean, that's not a social media platform. In person wouldn't be a social media platform.
So you're talking about meeting here at Business Over Coffee?
Yeah, I'm talking about the online virtual world of Business Over Coffee. Okay? So let me qualify that again. The online virtual world of Business Over Coffee is a social media platform. Now, the entity that we do here is a completely different, face-to-face. I mean, we do social media here, but this is not a social media platform. It's a platform where we learn. We haven't done the Business Over Coffee thing. So we bring everyone together for what? More education, more business, and more social media. I'm not saying it right. I'm sorry, Sherry.
Okay.
Okay. We bring them together for work connection, collaboration,
Education is the same, and networking event. You're in trouble.
Oh, I'm in trouble. I usually have a cheat sheet. I didn't have my cheat sheet out. So anyway, so again, the platform of Business Over Coffee is actually a social media platform, and here's why I'm saying that, because you can do status updates. You can post here, morning everyone.
So do you, when you do that, you go into your profile on
Yeah,
Business Over Coffee?
you would log into your profile, and actually in my profile. Yeah, I'm in my profile.
Sign in.
Yeah. So if you're not signed in, you do need to sign in. And did you have a virtual profile on Business Over Coffee?
I had to get her to delete it, and so I've got to start it
Start
over
all over
again.
again. I'm getting my social media on. Okay, so I'm not going to stop there, because do you see where it says Facebook and Twitter?
Right.
So when I post this, we've been talking a little bit about cross-platforms. That's one of the beauties of doing it on the Business Over Coffee website. It actually will cross-platform. Now, I had a one-on-one with someone in my BNI meeting the other day, and I was helping them with the back office of BNI, and but he asked about this. So I brought him out here, I showed him, and I put a little thing in here saying I'm having a BNI one-to-one. I said with my business partner, Dustin Smith, he's my personal plumber, really great guy, blah, blah, blah. And then I posted it here, and I cross-posted it on Facebook and Twitter. Well, he got work from it. So it worked.
Because
So,
the lady said on there, what's his number and that.
yeah, somebody with his number, yeah. So I want to make sure that when it goes out to Twitter,
Would you like to do a one-on-one with me?
I want to make sure when it goes out to Twitter, right now it's just going to go to my Twitter. So I want to make sure it goes over to Business Over Coffee. So I'm going to do the @BOCoffee. And I'm going to do a hashtag BOCI. But I could do a hashtag social media. But one thing you want to do when you define a hashtag for your business, you want one that is yours. So mine is more like follow up. I gotta start using mine more. I'm still not using mine as well as I should. And I also hang on a second. I always get confused. Is this my personal or my business Twitter on here? I think it's really my business one. Yeah. So I also wanted to go to my personal Twitter page. Yeah. So make sure it goes to my personal Twitter page, because the way I'm signed in the back office I tied it to my business Twitter. So to make sure it goes to my personal one, I have to type in the @Gina Davis. So right now this is still got 59 words left. So that's the other thing when you're doing Twitter, you need to leave some space in case somebody wants to retweet what you say. You gotta leave some space so they can do the retweet thing. Hi, can you look and see if we got anything going on? And I'm gonna share it. So there it popped up here. Let me do a refresh over here. It may take a minute for it to pop up on the other ones. Where are you? And so here's it in the home feed, which it probably won't stay there very long. So it went across the platforms. Now, as you know, one of the aspects of Business Over Coffee is we record everything. We actually have a video camera, and we actually have live streaming going on at the same time. So if you are out there, at home, can't be here, you can actually log into your Business Over Coffee virtual profile, And from your virtual profile, you can go down to where the event is posted, and in the event, it'll give you the link so you can watch the live streaming of whatever is going on that day. So anybody that's out in that virtual world right now, they've logged in, they've clicked on the link, and they're watching us live. Now this also will go into an archive, and we get a lot of hits off of the archive. So if you do your 10-minute segment, pro interview, if you do any of the other segments, you get a lot of hits from that. And then every video that we do have, we give you the embed code so that you can put it on your Facebook, you can put it on Twitter, you can put it on your website. All those things are available on the back end. Now also you'll have to realize Business Over Coffee, Sherry Henley Intelligence offers some additional services where they'll kind of smooth all that out for you and implement it for you. They can even go in, if you did a pro interview, and they can pretty that up with your Business Over Coffee. And of course, I probably should be letting Marcus tell you more about this.
I don't know much about it.
Well, you need to talk about Friday before we get out of here, okay?
All right.
So I'm gonna have you come up and talk about that for a minute, okay? And but basically give you a more professional looking video of yourself, what you're talking about your business, and that way you know you're continue putting yourself out there as a professional. And of course you can use there's a photo gallery on here that you can do. You can blog on here. So we've got a beginning blogger starting today. Everybody give her a yay! So Marcella is beginning blogging today, and she will use the Business Over Coffee platform to blog today's the meeting. And what that does is when you blog on this platform, your information gets out to everybody that's on this platform. So it gives you another place. Basically, you're a guest author on the Business Over Coffee platform. And because you're a guest author, there are tons of people out there that can see your blog. So that way, at the end of your blog, you can send them back to your website or wherever you prefer them to go to. You know, so like if I decide at the end of a blog, I want them to sign up for a newsletter, I can set up somewhere in the back end of somewhere that, hey, go here to this contact page, fill it out, and you'll be on my newsletter from now on. And that way each month you'll get my newsletter. And by the way, I do have a newsletter. Everybody's welcome to sign up for it. So again, status updates the first section that you're looking at. You can actually click on more, and it'll take you back a little bit farther. But then also you can look down here and see what events are. Now, how many people know that if you hosted an event that had nothing to do with Business Over Coffee, that you could post your event here?
I didn't know that right now.
Cool, cool. So if you or your business or whoever you are affiliated with is having any kind of event that you want to get out, this is a great place to put it. Now, there's obviously some other great places out there to put events, but this is just another place for you to do it. And I do try to, if I do have an event, I do try to post it or have it up in several different places. I am actually the speaker next week also. We're doing a segment on customizing your follow-up with building better relationships, where I'll talk about your follow-up options and how to take a prospect and a customer and turn them into a lifelong patron. Wow. And it's really done in a few easy steps, but it takes consistency and it takes that decision to do it too. So, okay, so let's talk a little bit more about Business Over Coffee. Plug me there. Yeah, sure, plug me there. Event. So you can post your event here. So to do that, you would go here. You can click on an event. We'll start by clicking on an event for starters. So this is the event we're doing today. And again, if you have not looked at the previous ones, the archive is available for them in this particular event. That's not always the case, but in this particular case it isn't. Now, is that not a cool picture? She used one of those really cool websites out there, and basically it allows you to drop your picture into this background and put her picture inside that coffee. Now, I don't know what the website she used, but I know there's several of them out there. If you're interested in knowing the website, I do have them bookmarked, but I'm not going to go into that right now. Just make a note, email me, ask me, text me.
Gina, how'd you get to your archive? I was writing.
I'm not in the archive, I'm in the events.
Okay.
I'm in events. So right here is the event page for today's thing. It's for today's meeting. I keep saying today's thing. Today's meeting. And as you can see, we have all the meetings for the social media workshop right here. And they are clickable. So that's why I was talking about the archive. They are linked here,
Okay.
and this link goes to the archive is what I really mean. And so today is the November Business Over Coffee platform. So say you've been at home today. Let's see where that is. I have clicked on the link before. Now where did it go to? This one is a little different than she normally does it. She may not have got the link up today. She was sick again, so let's see if we can. Well, okay, I know what I'll tell you. So basically, if this had been, let's go back again to that. Well, I did not want that. So basically, if this had been the May event, right now it's watch on demand, but if the link should have been right there, and you would just click on the link and it would take you out there. So let's look at the next event coming up, which will be which would be his event. So do you want to talk about it, Marcus, or you want me just to go on and talk about it?
Go ahead.
Okay, so this Friday, we're having a special event. It's a paid event, but it's well worth the money.
Tomorrow?
Yes.
Yes, tomorrow, not bad, tomorrow. And what they're going to do is they're going to give you 10 minutes, and in that 10 minutes you have a 2-minute video segment can be done. Marcus will be here with all his camera equipment. So if y'all don't know Marcus is with Sun Media Solutions, and they concentrate on helping small businesses with their professional image in video, commercials, other things, basically. So you would just come here, and this particular one will not be live. He will be here just taking the video. So there would be no link to a virtual live streaming one on this one.
What this is it's a professional introduction video that you can post on your social media sites, so people can see you, hear you, get to know your personality, tell them about who you are and what you do. So it's just a professional introduction video.
Because again, we're all visual.
What is the cost?
It's $150.
JD Gershwin highly recommends this for everybody's LinkedIn profile.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
because
it's very.
Because if you put on your LinkedIn profile, you have pages and pages and pages of work experience. People aren't going to read it, but they'll watch a minute, 90-second video
Yeah.
and get most of the same information.
Right.
They'll get more from that 90 seconds than they do 10 minutes reading your profile.
Yeah, they'd much rather watch something really quick than read. I mean, that's why. Yeah, it definitely will. So definitely consider that. Talk to Sarah today, and she'll get you set up in one of the slots tomorrow. And I do highly recommend this. So I'm gonna go and move to the next one. I'm trying to find one that might have the actual link available.
We have no interaction on Twitter. Just FYI.
Okay, thank you.
I'll let you take a shot.
Okay, so here is next Thursday's event, the one I told you about, customize your follow to build better relationships. Right here, you come here, obviously RSVP. It's really great to let us know if you think you're gonna be attending. RSVP, Shelley said I'm not attending, so let everybody know if you know that you're able to come. Really helps.
If you don't come, after you said you will, do you go back in and change your RSVP or not?
It would be better just going maybe to status update, because once you RSVP, you're able to make comments. So you can say, hey, I can't come after all, and that way you can still see the comments even though you're saying I'm not going to be able to come after all. So right here, this is what I was looking for. So join us in person at VOC headquarters, or streaming live at Business Over Coffee, and just click on that link. Now, you can also find it right over here. Well, let me go back and show you that again. So when you come into the Business Over Coffee page, you can look over on the very far right. There's a little sidebar that says Ustream, and that's our live streaming choice. Program choice is Ustream. So when you click on that little Ustream, and for you as a blogger, this is where you'll go and find the video. And then this is where whoever said that, Mauricia said something. Yeah, this is where she said it. Hopefully it'll pull up here in a second, but it should pull up here. You can also make comments. Of course, you do get advertisements here. But you can make a comment there. I'm going to turn the sound down really quick. There's no reason it needs to be on. But you can make comments here too. So like if you're watching the live streaming video, you can make the comments here. But just like you would, like on the front page, include that at VL Coffee. That way it goes out to the Twitter feed also. So there's me waving my arms. Somebody tells me I wave my arms too much. So there you go. Just really quick, that's how you get in to watch the live streaming there, okay? And I don't really want to watch myself, so we're turning it off. Okay. Okay. Sound like, what's that guy's name? Now you can also send email messages via this platform. So if you wanted to talk to somebody on this platform, the only thing I gotta caution you that is just like when you're trying to have a conversation with someone, you have to find a way to talk to them. It may be on the phone, it may be by email, it may be by texting. This may not be the way to make that conversation, but it is there. So if you wanted to send maybe something out to a few people just saying, hey, I want to let you know about this, this is a really great way to do that. There's also some other little features that you can do. So I'm going to go into the member area. So let me pop back over there. So we're down to about the last 10 minutes here. So let's see if we got any questions from the audience while I go over this last little bit. On anything that we talked about today. Questions on anything?
Dennis, it's been good.
It's been very good, very informative.
Thank you. So right here is the member section, and if you know somebody that you think would benefit from Business Over Coffee, you can always send an invitation yourself. I hope so. And then you can view everybody there. So maybe you want to look for your target market and maybe try to build a relationship with them. You can come in here and look around and say, okay, Dorothy Engaged Media Group. If I was Marcus, I would say, I might need to talk to this lady.
So where did you say go to invite people?
Okay, I've got an administration account,
Oh, okay.
so it may not be that y'all
Or
can.
just friends invite?
Does do y'all have a friend invite thing
Yeah.
on there?
Yeah, we have one.
Okay. Yeah. I know I've seen some things on here that say like invite a friend. Yeah, those are
Friends
over here,
invite.
right over here.
I didn't see.
Right there, friends invite. So, I have not shown you my profile. Let's go over there real quick. And then we're gonna wrap this up. So, just like every other platform, you have a profile here also. And when you come in, it's pretty plain. It's like black and white, that's it. So you should take the opportunity, and there'll be a little thing up here, like that's it right there. It'll drop down into this design studio. You can go in and choose a theme, which is what I think I did. I went and chose a theme, and I looked through the themes and chose a theme that I felt most reflected coming from my website and everything. Because I try to use like the same colors across my platforms as much as I can if it allows me to use colors. That way you're showing that's that branding thing going on. Brand yourself. And then you just choose your theme, you can choose different colors. It'll actually let you go in and just do the whole thing or bring images in, the whole 9 yards. I just did something really quick, and it seemed to fit. And then you go in and you just do your profile part just like you do on any other platform.
That's a question. Do you need to be consistent on all the different platforms with your profile, and is that easy to do?
I would just take whatever you did, like I came from my website and then moved that information over into my Facebook, and I had some more information to add in Facebook. And once I got that done, I pretty much had enough information that I could move that information from platform to platform. And that's what I did. Instead of reinventing the wheel every time, trying to type it up from scratch every time, I just looked at it and see I went in the edit area and I looked what they were asking for, and if they were asking for a short description, I went back over to Facebook and pulled my short description. If they gave me more room to do it, I might have chose my longer description.
So on your website page, is that what you're talking about?
Okay, I started with my website because I already had some content on there. But then I went on, I duplicated that over into my Facebook. So Facebook might be your start. If you don't have a website, Facebook might be your start. So you're basically going to be starting from scratch, doing that profile information on Facebook, doing it both for personal, doing it both for your business. But then when you start moving to the other platforms, instead of rewriting the whole thing again, just copy and paste.
Consistency is key in
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah, be consistent. Okay, we've got a few more minutes here. Is there anything I can go back and show y'all, everyone?
So, how long does it take, like, I just, sent you a friend
Come out
request?
in here.
So how long does that normally take to,
Yeah, my friend failed when I tried to add, invite friends through Facebook. It brings them up, says invite them,
Oh,
and then, says send message to one friend, and it's pretty, and you hit send.
hang
and it
on,
says,
because
"Sorry,
I'm
processing failed."
it ain't letting me do that. At all, anywhere on this page. Okay, let me go back to the home page. So I got a friend request. Bye-bye. So when I click on, if you click on all members, it'll let you go to your friends, so you can actually see who your friends are. And it also there will show you any requests that you've, received. So let me go here, so requests are received and accept it. And then, I've got some requests sent. Let's see if I can point at anyone here that hasn't accepted my friend request. Shannon's not here,
Yeah, so
Claire's
when you
not
do it on
here.
Google, there's no, it's not written out, you know, like kind of the pre-deal there. So, Facebook seemed the easiest.
Let's see if I can do this. Well, it doesn't seem to be. I did the wrong one. Yeah, here we go. So I mean, I'm sure everybody's seen things like this. It just basically goes out to your Facebook, your LinkedIn, your Gmail, your whatever email you are, and it looks through your friends and lets you invite them to this platform. You can also copy this link here and actually physically do it yourself. Just go out to the platform and say, hey, I love this social media platform. This is another great social media platform, whatever you want to say.
Does it do that you, all of your contacts, if you say fine, or
It-
can you go in
No,
and
it lets you pick out each one.
I think it'll let you pick and choose.
You have, you have to like type in a name and it brings them up and then you can click on them.
Well, mine just opened them all up, see?
Which one are you in?
I did Gmail there.
Okay, see, okay. Yeah, now
Okay.
Gmail did that where you just click the
Okay.
box. But
What?
Facebook, you had to type.
Let's see.
So we finished?
We're pretty much finished, so I'm gonna wind it down here, everyone. Thank you for coming today. Social media workshop. This is the sixth workshop. We did a review of the previous workshops. That would be Facebook, LinkedIn, Google+, Pinterest, and Twitter. And then we went over the VOCI platform. Tell you what, look for the advanced workshop that will be coming in January. And hopefully we'll get another beginner platform done also. And till next time, take time to live a life that inspires you.